But because I'm not taking it, so I'm back online, guys. I'm sending the link now. I know that I'll figure it out one day, and I'll figure it out, and I'll and it go solve. Like it will be good. But for now, I'm just still doing trial and error. I mean, what's up? So I'm sending a new link now. Because it's not showing. So sorry. Delete the old one. Okay, guys, we can start joining now. So you know the rules now. Once we are 10, the lecture will start. So the moment you join, you just say hello. It's Bolaji. Hello, it's Dami. Hello, it's Princess. Hello, it's Wada. When you join, who will delete, then we can know. Please, if you're on YouTube, comment about the audio quality. I changed my. Hello, it's Jindu. Hello, it's Jerry. Please, introduce yourself as you are joining. Wow, that was fast. 8 people in 2 minutes. That was, I mean, we hoped for it, but we didn't expect it. Please, you know the rules. When we hit 10, we start. Hello, it's Michael. Is this Ola Michael? Okay, sorry, that's the network. That's what MTN is giving us. Go out and go back in. 7, 3 more people to go. But while we're waiting for people, let us while we're waiting for these 3 people, if you have questions before 3 people join, so that we are not just waiting, you can ask. So today we are going to be discussing video editing as I promised, but we are going to focus more on mobile video editing. That's the content creation video editing before we now move into the actual before we now move into the actual video editing proper. So who is this? Is this please you guys as you join, just say hello, it's Michael, hello, it's Shams. Okay, Shams here. Alright. We're almost there. 6 people. Hello, it's Princess. 6 people. We're almost there. Hello, it's Dami. Why are we still 6? We should be 8 or 10. Hello, it's Dami. Okay. I think if you guys have questions, ask because the moment we come back, there's no more there's no more question. I'll just jump straight into the lecture. Please, Jindu, is Jindu still here? Please, Jindu, help me take note of the people that are not here so that we can. No. Jindu is also an accomplice. Dami, take note of the people that are here so that we can remove them from the group chat. Because, I mean, what's the point? Okay, so I think somebody asked a question. Let me just address that. Yeah. Who is this? Inception Arts. Sincere apologies. Okay, Dami said, check your sound. You don't sound like the way you used to. So, Dami, how do I sound? Dami, if you're on WhatsApp, just hit me up on WhatsApp. Let me know how I sound so that I can quickly fix it. Dami, please hit me up on WhatsApp. Let me fix the audio right away before we start. Okay, we are 11. Oh. Should we start? Please, guys, how is my audio? How is my audio? Steven, yeah, I see you. Please, how is my audio before I go ahead? But Dami said I sound different. Jerry, I'm talking of the audio from YouTube, not the audio from WhatsApp. Sir, the audio is on YouTube. Okay, let me just fix it. Then you tell me. Just give me 2 seconds. We are starting now. No, it's the audio quality I'm talking about, not the delay. Moscow, what was wrong with the audio? Hello, Moscow, what was wrong with the audio? Oh, delay? Nothing wrong with my audio quality. As you sounding like this on YouTube, I cannot. I'm hearing your sound. The way you're sounding like this, I'm hearing it's same as it is on YouTube, but the delay was just a bit slow, kind of. The delay before or the delay now? Now I've changed my setting. Are you with me? I just changed my setting. Is it better now? Okay, let's just get into it. Jerry, say something, please. Yeah, your audio is perfect now on YouTube. Like before, the way you're sounding like you are bouncing back. But now the audio is perfect. Okay, thank you. That's what I wanted to confirm. Yeah, it's perfect now. Okay, so let's get straight into it. And sorry for the delay, guys. You know all these live streaming things and technical issues. It was that's a serious network issues there.
I'm so far behind. Okay, Wada, we've not started. We are just about to start. Sorry for the network. Even me too, I'm facing network challenges there. Okay, so we are starting now 8:20. Wow, that's way behind schedule. So my first line here, I took some notes. Today's class we are talking about video editing. What is video editing? Like when we go to school for the first time, what is video editing? Now, video editing is so guys. I'm leaving WhatsApp now. I just want to focus on. I want to focus on YouTube. So you all can leave also, or you can just stay and just divert people to the YouTube channel. Okay, thank you. I'm out. So, what is video editing? Now, so some people see video editing as the last stage of production. Like when you are done with shooting, pre-production is the first, production is the next, then post-production. That was, I mean, when I was in film school, that was what they taught us. But they didn't remember to tell us that there's still the pre-production. That's when you're doing your research and planning and all that. Then before production, then post-production. Then after post-production now, we still have marketing and distribution. That's where the real money is. All this one that we are doing. Without marketing and distribution, we're just playing. So video editing is when you, let me explain it in the most layman's word, like the lamest man's word, is when you take a clip that has been shot, you now rearrange it for your audience. That is, okay, let's see the shooting. Okay, well that says serious. Okay, that's the same chat I read there. Let's see the shooting as we shoot. Okay, so let me just jump into an example. When I'm teaching editing for the first time, either on mobile or on laptop, I like to use this twin brothers or twin sister effect, where I'm the one playing Bolaji A and playing Bolaji B. So this one gives us an idea of how to cut. So let's say I'm Bolaji A, I'm asking my other self the question, what is your name? My name is Bolaji. You look new. I'm new around here. Okay, my name is the second Bolaji now. Do you mind if I show you around during break? Okay, I'll be expecting. So that act, by the time we are now cutting it, it just simplifies what video editing is. It makes it so easy to understand. So what we do is we record me the first time talking to the other person. Then I now go back there, record the other person responding to the talk. Then also you need to take note of the gaps. So when you take note of those gaps now, you find it very easy to cut and show like some facial reactions, even if you don't take note of the gaps. When you cut from, hello, what is your name? My name is Bolaji. So that's just like the simplest form of explaining video editing. Now, it now goes further when when the numbers of cameras increase. So let's say we have a 2-camera shoot now. You know that instead of recording this one the first time and recording this one the second time, you record both of them simultaneously. Now, as an editor, this is where your data management skills or your rushes. So, for instance, scene by scene. Some people do scene by scene, but I don't recommend scene by scene. I recommend scene by scene in project, not in Explorer. So Explorer is when you open your windows and you create folders and all that. So instead of doing scene one, scene two, scene three, in that place, I don't recommend that. I recommend scene by scene in the software, the editing software you are using, irrespective of which software. So today, um, because we started late and I don't want to keep us waiting for too long, we'll focus more. Not even because we started late. I intended to focus more on video editing for mobile video editing, social media, YouTube, all those social media platform editing, the one camera shoot. So we'll move to the tools for editing social media. Now, Super Story, for example. How many of us have watched Super Story? If you watch Super Story, just type Super Story in the comments or in the chat section. How many of us have seen Super Story? Super Story, the any version, preferably the one I like is the one with Swara. Uh, only Damian has seen Super Story. Sorry, you people, how old are you people? You guys, what were you people watching as kids? Was it Barney and Friends? Uh-uh. So nobody has seen Super Story. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Okay, you've seen Super Story. Alright. Thank God, at least we have two adults that have seen Super Story. Steven, I didn't know. I thought it was Barney and Friends. So let me use Super Story as example. Now, with Super Story, so Super Story was, let me use traditional media. Super Story was traditional media. Now, that means they make all of now, they call me daddy. So Super Story was traditional media. Now remember that in Super Story, we used to watch it every Sunday. I think it was every Sunday. For those of you that are in my age group, we used to watch Super Story every Sunday. So as an editor then, the turnaround, you had enough time to turn around. You had enough turnaround time. And now remember that there was always 13 episodes of Super Story. I don't like as this views is going down. You people, what's going on? Ginger people in the WhatsApp group, let them come back. So there was enough. If you calculate very well, there were always 13 episodes. 13 episodes make one season. Moscow, your comment should be on YouTube, not WhatsApp. So 13 episodes make one season. Now that's 4 months now. Yeah, 1 quarter, 4 months, week by week. So as an editor, you can edit all your jobs and submit them to be played at once. Like, okay, I'm editing one season. Okay, when everything is done, come and take. Then it used to work like that then I had not started editing, so I'm not that old in editing. But now on social media, you have to be, you cannot, there's nothing like season 1, season 2 on social media. You are dropping content every single day. No season one, no season two. You are dropping content every. So once you edit one today and it flies, you are editing for tomorrow. You are editing for day after tomorrow. In some cases, there was a place I worked. We were editing two content. Was it two contents? I be three. Yeah, we were editing two contents every single day. One 9 a.m. in the morning, the other one 6 p.m. in the evening, morning and evening, morning and evening. The way we were working like uh, uh, like factory workers. So when it comes to social media editing, all you see, although there's nothing wrong in using all these advanced editing softwares, but at the end of the day, you don't have that kind of time. So your workflow in social media editing is you focus on what the exact shot that you need. If this shot that people are saying now, if that's the only thing you need for social media, that's what you are shooting. No time. If there's no camera, use your phone. That was just the rule that social media brought. As long as you have good picture quality, let's shoot. So the essential tools. Okay, I'm going to talk about popular softwares, but please, let's just restrict it to CapCut and UCut, because even though we are talking about for social media, I also want us to limit it to mobile phones on our mobile software that work on our phones. So UCut, and for that UCut is what I use, because I use Samsung. I mean, all my gadgets, aside from my calling phone, and my laptop, all my other gadgets are Samsung. So UCut, I don't know if it's on Apple, if it's on Google Store. What's that store? No, Apple Store. That's iPhone users. Maybe it's Apple Store. Trust me, I don't anything Apple. I always remove my hand from it. It's too expensive, and me, I'm more of the don't let's spend money kind of person. So, but yes, we have it. Okay, thank you, Dami, for the clarification. So popular softwares, I'm just going to restrict it to mobile softwares, CapCut and UCut. Now, please note that we can also use laptops to edit for social media. But because of the nature of the job, for instance, where I worked last, I can be in a bus and they'll tell me, Bolaji, we need to make correction on the video now. So instead of bringing my laptop and trying to set up, I just pick out my phone, make the necessary corrections, and once I make the corrections, I send it to them and we are good to go. Because social media, editing for social media is time sensitive. Now let's go to, okay, we've talked about popular software, basic work overview, we've talked about that. Your timeline is crazy. Your timeline cannot be, okay, please give me 2 days. Like when you shoot normal other content, you can tell them, okay, it's going to be ready next week. For social media, you don't have next week. You have 1 hour to deliver. And these apps will deliver you in 1 hour. Please, if you don't already have them, CapCut and UCut. YOU cut, CAP cut. Me personally, I prefer CapCut because it gives the same vibe as all these more professional softwares. So the core concept, first things first, when you are editing on mobile or anywhere, but we are focusing on mobile now. Import your media. So you can either import your media by recording it. So if it's not, so okay, let's just focus on if it's not already recorded. If you didn't already record it to your phone, you import it. If you shot on, say, 3 phones or 2 phones, you can airdrop or Zender it to the phone you want to use to edit, and sort them. It's very important you sort. If you don't sort, you are going to be very, very confused. Very, very, very confused. Okay. Now, in in video editing generally, there is the workspace, or the, no, don't let me call it workspace, but the most popular workspace is called the timeline. Now, it's on this timeline that you have all your cut and join and all your effects and everything. Some of these mobile apps already have a kind of templates. So let's say you are editing for, okay, the other day I was supposed to do a throwback 2026 2025 throwback for a client, and I was trying to use Premiere Pro, and they said no, we need it tomorrow. Tomorrow is December 31st, we need it tomorrow. And I went to CapCut. I just looked for throwback templates, and now imported all my videos into it, and CapCut did this thing automatically. Now, as much as I loved that, there was something not cool about it. And the thing that was not cool about it was that same day, millions of other people use that same exact throwback. So, the client liked it. But later on that day, I started looking at other people's status. They used the exact same template that I used was what they used. But guess what? They made my job faster, but it didn't make it unique. So I digress. Back to what I was saying. On your timeline, if you are not going for the automatic timeline, your timeline is that place where you have your video 1, video 2. When you open, well, I'm assuming we don't know. So when you try to import a video, you have this plus sign. Click on, you see the plus, you click on plus. It now opens a library of videos that wants you to import, or pictures. Then you start clicking on your pictures one after the other, gather everything, you bring them into the timeline. That one stays on the first layer. Then audio, you do the same thing for audio. You look for a nice audio and bring it down. It stays on the second. So there's a line, video is up, audio is down. So when you're importing a music or soundtrack, that soundtrack goes to the second layer of the audio, because the voice of the first videos that we brought in would have taken over the first layer. Now, what we are going to do in that situation is that if we are not using those volumes, we'll reduce them to 0. But if we are using them, we can just increase them a bit and reduce the volume of the soundtrack. That situation where people are talking and music is playing in the background. That's what we achieve. So your soundtrack, in most cases, goes to the second audio. I don't know if what I'm saying sounds like French. Please type French, and if it's sounding like English, please type English. So when you import, your video stays on track 1 for video. The audio of that video stays on track 1 for audio. Your soundtrack stays on track 2 for audio. Then we move to the next step. Please, nobody has typed either English or French. Am I speaking English? Am I speaking French? If I'm speaking English, it means you understand. If I'm speaking French, it means you don't understand. Now, we move on to the next thing, and this one is the most important. This one, in directing, set design, cinematography, this is what I teach. This is what I emphasize on the most. Watch your video. You can watch it in real time, you can watch it in fast forward, you can watch it in slow motion. Watch it anyhow and remove the things you don't want. It is very important. What you want to do first is to remove the things you don't want. So, because there are a lot of things that we want in a video, that because of the time duration, we cannot have everything inside the video. So it's always better, let's take out the ones we don't want at all. Okay, this person made a mistake here. Especially, okay, let's start with the mistakes. Let's take out the mistakes. Then we now look for the good ones that we don't want. For instance, if we had a take one and a take two, in most cases, 99% of the time, if take one, if we shot take one from beginning to the end, let's say for instance I'm shooting an intro for this video. Hello guys, my name is Bolaji and welcome to my YouTube channel, blah 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 blah. We shoot that one, we finish. 99.9% of the time, if we have to redo it, it means we did not like that first one. If we have to redo it, it means we did not like that first one. However, there are some people that don't know what they are doing. They just know that, okay, because I went somewhere one day and they were shooting take one, take two. Okay, let's do another one for safety. Most times when you hear let's do another one for safety, it means they are not sure of what they want. So what they say is safety take is different from take two. Please, editors, because people always announce this thing. They say, okay, let's do one for safety. Okay guys, safety take. Safety take in most cases does not mean you are using that safety take. But if they say, okay, let's do a take two, because most times when people are recording this thing, they're always like, editor, please take note. Editor, please take note. End bit of this. Editor, please take note. Take two of this. Editor, please use this shot. They always announce it, and the reason why they announce it is because Oyinbo people say the best way to hide something from a black man is to put it in writing. They know that if you write it as a document and you send it to the editor as WhatsApp, you type it on the screen, whatever you do, the editor will not read it. But because the editor is mandated to watch your video from beginning to the end before they start cutting, the editor is most likely going to watch where you say, editor, please use this shot. Please, am I making sense? Oh, please, guys. So when you are removing the things you don't want, first things first, you need to look at. So it's just like now, like I said, the example I said, hello, my name is Bolaji, welcome to my YouTube channel. I do a second one. Hello, my name is Bolaji, welcome to a YouTube channel. I do a third one. Hello, my name is Bolaji, welcome to my YouTube. I do it like 5 times. Automatically, you know that I was not happy with the first 4. That's why I'm doing it the 5th time. In some cases, I've seen where editors, they don't watch the video, they just start editing the first one. You start editing the first one, then you hook, you see that there's a mistake. You now look at the second one and see that it's the same thing as the first one I edited. In most cases, this happens when you do not watch the raw video, you don't watch the rushes. That's when this kind of thing happens. Please, this engagement is only one person says you are making sense. What about the other 10 people? What's going on? Okay, so let me move on. Now, if you take out the rushes you don't want, in most cases the mistakes, when you take those ones out, by the time you come back, you are now left with the ones you want. Now, from the ones you want, you cannot still have everything. For instance, let's say you are shooting a music video now. Now remember that a music video is mandatory that you have multiple takes. You have one shot of Olamide doing this. You have another shot of Olamide doing something else again that is also cool. You have another shot. At this point, you are confused. You now start to, it's called killing your babies. I don't mean killing in real life, it's just a slang, killing your babies. So what it means is that you take all your 5 shots, you watch them as many times. Now remember, a music video is not as cumbersome as, the rushes are not always as much as movies. So let's say you have 18 shots maximum for a music video, 18 rushes, and you watch. Okay. At some point, when you start to get bored of a particular shot, you know that this shot cannot stay. So that's the first shot that goes out. You play the other shots again. You get bored of a particular one, another one again. You know that that's the shot that goes out. And because of the fast cutting of music video, you know that, okay, even if this shot doesn't work here, in the next shot it has to work. So you now have to start choosing from which is the best. I hope I'm making sense. So that way, you are left, what's going to be left on your timeline will just be perfect, seamless shots that, okay, you know that you just have to do transition from here to here, transition from there to there. And why it's important that we are talking about mobile phone editing is because this laptop, let me show you people my laptop. For those of you that have never seen my laptop before, this is my laptop. Trust me. I know, don't let me just, this is a live video. I don't want to say how much I got this laptop, because if my helpers, the people that are helping me, if they hear the amount I bought this laptop, they'll stop helping me. So let's just, some of you know the amount, but don't type it in the comment section. Let's just move on. So these gadgets are so expensive, and I'm an advocate of preaching, use what you have. If you want to shoot a movie and what you have is phone, let's use it. It goes. If what you have is ring lights, let's shoot. I don't believe in me, hardly do I do, if it's my own project and I'm spending my own money, you will never see me doing behind the scene, because I'm using the cheapest of the cheapest equipment that can also achieve the best of the best. So behind the scene just kills the whole paparazzi are looking at. So see, they are set. They don't even have this. See what they are not even using. But that is not always the point. Most times, the point is the final job. How good is the final project? Because I've seen some people that pay so much attention to behind the scene, and their final project is always ends up in a disaster. You know, they even hire a special BTS person. That BTS person will even be disturbing those of you that are actually doing the real work, and everything becomes a disaster. But unfortunately, even BTS now is a content, so you cannot even stop people from doing BTS. Now there's something you call the content creator pandemic. When you go for a shoot, everybody has their own content creator. Even content creators too have their own content creator following them about. So I'm going to just jump into some beginner techniques. I'm assuming we're all beginners here. I beg, beginners. I know some people. I'm saying Steven. Steven is a pro. Steven, what was aeroplane? So aside from Steven, everybody's a beginner here. Steven is the only pro. So If you're a beginner, let me just wave at me if you're a beginner. So beginner techniques, cutting out mistakes and pauses. Pauses. Now there are different types of pauses. So there's there is so, there's those are, just look out for those ones. Cut everything out. Then use jump cuts for pacing. If you find out that like the way I talk now, I'm a very slow talker. You find out that I'm just talking slowly, slowly, yeah, and most times I also digress. You can just cut out all the parts where I'm just keeping quiet unnecessarily, and where I'm just keeping quiet unnecessarily, or when I'm repeating my, just cut out all those ones. That's if you're editing for me. I mean, clients, we get all kinds of clients. So me, I'm even, if I'm your client, I'm even a very nice person. Adding background music without overpowering the dialogue. This is like the number one beginner mistake. Most beginners, they'll Angie, hello, I see you. You are just coming in, Abi. Most beginners will just lay audio soundtrack and they don't balance it. It happened to me. The first movie I ever edited, that thing, they had to tell me that, you know what, once you put music at the beginning of the film and you put music at the end, don't put music again. Let's start from there. Then later, I now started putting music when they end scene 1 and they're about to start scene 2. When we are showing all those drone shots, that's where I started putting music. Until I now started understanding levels. Now, there are two ways to understand levels. You can either listen to it, which is very, very, I don't recommend listening to levels. By levels, I mean audio levels, when someone is talking and when the music is playing. So I don't recommend using earphone, especially the earphone, those 1,000 naira earphone that we buy in traffic inside Computer Village. Those earphones are designed to balance sound automatically. So if you are listening with those 1,000 naira earphones, it will just balance the sound so that it gives you, the user, a good experience. However, it's not helping you because your sound is not balanced. So the best way to look at the levels is to look at the audio meter. You see the audio meter. Once the audio meter is showing red, you know that your sound is bad. Once it's showing green, it's good. Once it's showing yellow, yellow is a warning sign that Egungun, be careful, na express you dey go. It's showing that you are nearing express. See the time that promise is saying hello. When we are about to round up, continue. So now, if I have two sounds playing at the same time, someone talking and music playing, if one is showing red and one is showing green, or one is high and the other one is low, automatically, even without headphones, I know that this high one is louder, and the louder one in most cases should be the voice. Voice should always, in all cases, be louder than the music or instrumentals. It's just like you are listening to the music now. If you cannot hear the dialogue of the song and you are just hearing only the sound, the instrumentals and all that, you won't enjoy it. Okay, so I hope I'm clear. I hope you guys understand this part, these audio levels. So I'm rounding up now. So there's color correction, there's color correction, but that one we are going to treat it when we are talking about real editing. So choosing the right format, resolution setting, and all, composition tips for small file sizes. Now, when you are editing for social media, remember that you are uploading it. So you don't want to export something of 300 gig. I mean, I went to one station the other day. The file size was about 600 and something gig that they want to upload. And me, I know that this company, they have money, so I mean, let's give them what they want. But if I were to be uploading it on my YouTube channel or on my Instagram, there is no way in the world that I will upload something that is. I won't even do 10 gig. I won't even. What are 10 gig here? I won't even do 5 gig. I won't even. At most 1.5 gig. Because who is watching it? Something that might not get. Something that might not get views. So when exporting it, just make sure that once you have nice picture quality, forget the size, because YouTube, Instagram, all these guys, TikTok, Facebook, they are still going to reduce that size. They are going to reduce the size. So it's very, very important to make, as long as your bitrate, everything is okay. Like this video I'm streaming now is on 720p. Now I wish I could do 1080. I can't do 1080 for only God knows why. Okay, because the Prism, I'm using Prism and it's not the paid. I'm not using the paid version. Okay, yeah, that's why I cannot do 1080. Even at that, I will not stream 4K. Who is watching it? How many are we here? 12, I'll be 13. Yeah, I know that eventually it's going to blow, but when we can now start planning now I'm streaming from my phone. But I have a camera and I have the whole setup, live streaming setup. Even to set up this phone, I know the shege that my eyes saw. Plus, remember that you people, our village people, NEPA, they will shock you any moment from now. So, sorry, something entered my eyes, I beg. So, your delivery output, you should also, don't consider how you shot it. Yeah, how you shot it is very important. Your delivery out, now you can now say, okay, yeah, let's have one for archive. Let's have the large one. That one will keep it in case of future purpose so that we can go back to it later. But the one you want to deliver, that you want to post now, that one, the moment you have your sharp picture, forget about any other thing. You don't need any paparazzi. Okay, so keep the edits simple. You don't want to, I watched a romance movie. Then I handed over to somebody to help me do the trailer. And when he did the trailer, it was action film trailer. All the sound, bang, 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 bah, bah, bah. That's what he put there for. In my mind, I was like, no be romantic film they shoot. You are now putting action film sound. I told the guy, please change the music, I beg. So, Damio, in 10 minutes, you guys, we will start asking questions. I'm rounding up, sir. So, keep the edit simple. Don't overuse effects. Focus on storytelling, not just visuals. Guys, I beg. Don't worry, when we come to cinematography, we'll talk about this one very well. Focus on storytelling. If you don't have a story, if you don't have a good story, forget. If you don't have a good story, forget any. If you like, go and use what's the latest camera now? Sony Borano. There's nothing. If your story is bad, forget it. You cannot achieve. I mean, it's good. It's good. I mean, you guys can bear me witness. Too many aeroplanes. I guess you live close to the airport. No, aeroplane has not passed since. But I live close to the airport anyway. Like planes are always flying over my house, but that's not. I don't think I've heard any aeroplane sound since, or maybe I've not been paying attention. I've entered inside the lecture. So as I was saying, if you don't have a good story, there's nothing camera wants to do for you. Color grading or any at best, if you like, have the best actors. If your story is bad, there's nothing that can help you. So focus on story, and also this one is very very key. Save frequently. When you edit 5 minutes, press your Ctrl S. If you are using laptop, on your phone, be saving. And don't let village. Somebody can just call you in the middle of your edit. That I received a call one day. I knew that person was from my village. The guy, me and him are friends, but I didn't know we were from the same village until that day when he called me. Bro, sorry, can any other person hear aeroplane, or is it just Steven that is hearing aeroplane? Steven, Damik, have you been hearing aeroplane too? NG, have you been hearing aeroplane? Please, well, if you've been hearing aeroplane, just thumbs up. I think it's only Steven. Steven, maybe it's from your end, because I don't think aeroplane has passed. So as I was saying, the guy called me while I was editing, and based on the call, I was editing on my phone. Based on the call, everything just wiped. I had to start all over again. So I knew we were from the same village. So it's very good. You save regularly. Keep the edit simple. You don't need all the over paparazzing. Just something short, simple, nice, short, simple, nice. And okay, I guess it is his network. So guys, we have come to the end of this. Let me just see if there's something else I missed. Okay, so I deliberately skipped out some parts because it's not visible for us to talk about them in an online class. It only makes sense for us to treat them in a physical class, and like I said, there will be provisions for that, but it cannot be everybody. I already explained that a while ago, but for those of you that are just joining us, I say NECA here. It cannot be everybody, so I'm going to select a couple of guys. And by the way, Shams in the building. The Avengers team. Shams and Jerry. I'm disassembling the Avengers team. I'm not going to be working with them again. So we are going to assemble a new set of Avengers, even though we might have some old Avengers inside them. So, and this is because I want to give some new guys the opportunity to have set experience. Okay guys, so let's ask our questions. And Shams, aka Captain America, we have dismantled, or we have disbanded the Avengers team. So please ask your questions, ask as many questions as possible. This is a beginner class. Don't let any pro, don't be afraid or don't be scared to ask silly questions. Then also my short film. I want to shoot a short film. I'm still looking for the money. The money is a lot. So, and I mean, Kuyono is not here. Kuyono is supposed to be my writer. Kuyono and Gilbert are supposed to be my writers, but they are not here. But I mean, I understand that this is an editing class. So next week, when we are doing the cinematography, we are going to, if we see that they don't turn up, then we'll have to remove them and replace them. Okay, let's hold on for questions. Is Jindu still here? Jindu, if you are still here, wave your hand. I know Jindu has left, but I just want to catch her red-handed. Okay, how do I make sure video quality is good enough? So I believe that every social media has their settings for keeping high quality. That's at the point of uploading. Oh. Is that what you're saying? At the point of uploading? Yeah, posting while posting. Every social media has their on and off settings that you need to figure out before you upload. So a lot of us just post without checking all those settings. So, and I think it's a one-time setting. Once you just check that, okay, this thing I'm posting, I've reduced the setting here, I've increased it here. Okay, this is the best setting. But take note, if you are using filters, you have automatically reduced. If you are using filters, you have automatically reduced your picture quality. Please note, if you notice, most people is when they use filters that you start having issues. I don't know. Please, someone should. So, I don't know. So filters has already tampered with your picture quality already. Filter has already tampered with your picture quality. Now, any other thing that you do now, you are just adding salt to the injury that is already on ground. So please, you guys ask your question. Okay, someone said. Steven, I cannot recap that one here. I need to physically show you a on a laptop. I need to physically show you on a laptop. It's not something I can. It's not something I can show you while on a live class. And again, it's not something I prepared for. But don't worry, I can. Maybe me and you one on one, I can show you. But it's not that deep. It's very easy. In terms of sound or music, okay, in terms of sound or music, do you advise to use normal sound music or we create? So I advise you to create because of copyright. I advise you create. Now if there's a trend, you can jump on a music trend or challenge, all those stuff. But if you are doing your own thing, you are not jumping on any challenge, I advise you create your own sound, especially if you intend to be monetizing your videos. But if you are just freestyling, you are just you just wake up one morning, you look good, you record yourself and you want to post anything you like do. But if you intend to monetize, okay, for instance, now since this is my third video, and I can categorically tell you that YouTube has now started to pay attention. Some things I did before that they allow me, some copyright that I did that they allow me, they now started marking me for this is a copyright. Something that was there all this while that nobody complained about copyright. I just woke up yesterday or day before yesterday. I saw that they started to give me that triangle copyright sign, and I mean this channel was just there sitting down there, nothing was happening. But now that activities, they started seeing activities, is now a problem. So question 2, you said, how do one, okay, so how do you know which songs has copyright issues? If it's not your song that you created by yourself, automatically you are going to have copyright issues. The only difference now is that, okay, that's a plane now. Let me just pause for 1 second. Aeroplane just passed. So if I sing a song now and you use it for your video, that's a copyright issue. But if from my end I allow people to use that, okay, anybody can use my copyright, I just check all those boxes that, okay, anybody can use, then it becomes okay, copyright with no issues. Let's say there was one movie I edited. We used a DJ mix. There was a club mix. People were dancing in the club and we were playing all these popular songs. And YouTube said copyright with no issues. And it was okay by me. I was fine. I liked it. But they only allowed that because they don't expect that I will now go and release album with different artists because I want to make a movie. But if it's just a soundtrack that you want to use for the movie, you cannot go and carry Olamide's song or Davido's song and use it for your movie. Aside from copyright, the Olokpa is supposed to arrest you. Okay, so when editing a video, how do you get those reactive videos that people use in their videos? Ineka, I don't understand this question. No. Those reactive videos, that's something that will hook people, Abi. Do you mean by reactive, do you mean hook, something that would keep people glued to the screen? I don't understand your question, but I want to answer your question. Oh yeah, question. Okay, let me try. Reactive videos. I don't know what you mean, but let me try. You say, are they already on editing apps? Yes. So any effect that you find on an app, eh, even though it comes in as a plugin or it comes as a ready-made effect, remember that somebody created it, and so you can also create your own. That's the best way I can explain it. If someone already did it, then it means you can do it. So what I try to do is, instead of doing copy and paste, I just try to tweak a little. I take some ideas from here, I take some ideas from here, I take some ideas from here, then I add my own ideas. I don't know if I've been able to help you, but I don't really understand this question, but I guess that's what you're asking. Where is Dami, and why is Dami not asking any question? Steven, don't worry. This thing. I'll only one NG. NG is no more here. Oh. NG is no more here. Jindu is no more here. Oh. Those ones are memes now. Those ones are memes. You can use people's content. Yeah, but I think there's what you call fair use act, where you can only use it for 30 seconds, or when you are trying to, I know there's a law around it. I'm not just familiar with it, and I don't want to mislead anybody. Like, there is on YouTube now. If you go on YouTube now, a lot of people, or is it Facebook, when something is happening, then people will use Gege's reaction. I believe that's what you're talking about. Those ones are allowed, but you can do that, but you don't now carry an entire Gege University of Gege with what's that school again? Gege Wisdom. Gege University of Wisdom and Understanding. You now take their entire video and now use it as your own content. No, that one will not work. You just take some reactions. Yeah. Since when I said only one NG, you now showed up after 30 minutes. You now say you are here. To edit a musical videos, how many days, or let me say, what time duration do you give the client he or she will? So usually I tell them 2 weeks. It takes about 3 days for me to edit, depending on the camera. I don't know, it doesn't take, let's say, 3 to 5 days, but I tell them 2 weeks. Steven, your phone, you need to buy a new phone. This who off light where? Abi, no be sorry, did my light go off? Sorry guys, or I beg help me. Steven is trying to drive me crazy. So that means, like I said, I'll just tell them 2 weeks, and once I tell them 2 weeks, I take my time. As a matter of fact, the first day, okay, why 2 weeks? I'm coming. Why 2 weeks is that on the first day after the shoot, or on the night of the shoot, what we are doing is that we are copying all the rushes out from the camera. The day after the shoot, I'm watching, just the same process I told you. The ones I want, the ones I don't want, I'm doing all that. Now, I don't start editing until the 3rd day. On that 3rd day, what I'm doing mainly is that I'm synchronizing. Just remove all the, that we have to lay the music under the video. So I'm doing that on the 3rd day. And by that same 3rd day, I have my rough cut. Then I don't go to the job again for a while, because I want to go back after a while. So you see, it's just like you type a message that you want to send to somebody, but you don't send it. You now come back after a while and come and read the message. No matter what, you have 1 or 2 corrections that you want to do. So once I do my rough cut, I stay away from it. I come back. That's when you come back, you even see some mistakes that you didn't notice before. Okay, so Ajala Michael, that's Shams. How do you make charts pop up on screen while? Okay, you use what they call overlays. There are overlays that you just download. So this is your video. I'm chatting. You download an overlay. You now set the overlay to align with where, let's say, when you drop the overlay on the screen. it just stays anywhere. You now drag it to where exactly you want it to be. Shams, I hope I've been able to answer your question. Then yeah, I said we are disbanding the Avengers. Oh. So please take note. Even though you now you still be our Captain America, but I just need you to know. Okay, which other question? We have 20 minutes, or let me just say 19 minutes more. Demola Jackson is not here. Please, damn it, please let me take note of all the people that did not show up so that we can reduce. I really want us to reduce that number because we cannot have 35 people and only 14 people are showing up. So we need to know the exact reason, and let's just get people that are interested. This data that I'm using here now, because it's a lot of money, and it's not giving me right now there are 7 people online. If he was interested, if out of 35 we only have 7 people here, then it means something is wrong. You get? So let's use our resources. Let's use our resources wisely. So I don't want to be doing live video and nobody shows up. I know there are people that are interested, so they will show up and we'll just get rid of people. Please, if you are watching this after the show or after the live, rather, just send a message and we can add it to our WhatsApp chat. Mr. Dimeji, you just came online now. We know you now. Okay, questions. For those of you that don't know, we are talking editing, video editing. Questions. So Shams, on your question, you see, when it comes to laptop, when it comes to computer, laptop, especially, I'm not talking on phone now, on laptop, there's hardly anything you cannot achieve using your laptop. At least the combination of your laptop and internet, there's hardly anything you cannot achieve. So don't, as your rap people say, Mafo, don't be scared that there's one problem that's coming from up that cannot be solved. Laptop will solve everything. As a beginner that wants to go into editing, what system would you recommend you start from? Well, it depends on what you want to be editing. I will not advise you to, but whatever system you are buying, make sure it's a Core i7 first of all, or a Core i5, and make sure it has a graphics card. Also, I also advise that you don't go and buy something, then they are now giving you 10,000 naira. So me now, the first editing that year, the first editing job I got was 40,000 naira, and I just got a very expensive laptop, very mad. Like then, I think it was something close to what Clarence Peters was using. I just visited Clarence Peters' studio. I saw what he was using, so I just made sure that I bought something close to it. But guess what? When people were giving me jobs, they were giving me 40,000 naira, 30,000 naira. Not that they will pay the 40,000 naira once, so they will first give you 10k. You go. Meanwhile, I spent a lot trying to afford that laptop. So you also need to be sure that the jobs are ready before you make that kind of investment. You don't want to go and invest and you buy a 20 million naira camera, for example, now. Then somebody calls you and they want to give you 50,000. So you don't want to find yourself in that kind of situation. From affordable to standard, between 400 and 3 million. For color grading, is there like a standard color that makes good result? Most likely, no. There is no standard color that makes good result. However, there is a there is a me. I have a color palette that I use. So if you notice, yeah, we've worked a lot now. If you notice on most of my shoots, I use Canon. I'm a Canon shooter. I love Canon. I don't know what Canon has done to me, but I cannot do without Canon. So except there is no Canon available, that's when I now look at other cameras, or except the producer has been lied to that there are other cameras better than Canon, is when I now admit that okay, the customer is always right, let me do whatever they want. However, Canon has a way of rendering, that's in terms of color rendering, it has a way of rendering color red. So if you've been following me on projects, you notice that there's always a lot of red in my pictures, and this is because of Canon. I don't know if it is the color red that makes me like the Canon, or is the Canon that makes me like the color red. I don't know, but now because of the way it handles the warm colors, especially color red, I find it very easy to navigate my color grading or my color correction from there. And for some of you, I always tell you people that color, for instance, now look, imagine I was wearing a black shirt, plain black, this laptop was black, this that was not here, then everywhere is just black and white. This shot will be as boring as, I don't even know what to say. But when you start to introduce colors in your shots, you start to feel that, oh yeah, as a matter of fact, it's colors that make you know that okay, this camera is better than this camera, this one is better than this camera, is when you start to introduce colors. If everything was black and white, and you point a lot of, you won't even really notice the difference between picture qualities if everything is black and white. So Shams, I hope can I edit a full movie on my phone? Yes, you can. However, you would have shot it with the mindset that you are editing with your phone. For instance, if you already know you are going to edit with your phone, then they now tell you that they are using a Red Dragon Komodo, you know that one cannot work. So the only thing you can do is, if you know you are editing with your phone, every preparation to make your phone be able to edit that video must have been done before you start shooting. Not that they will shoot, they will now bring it, and you want to plug your phone will crash, and you will not say it's because Bolaji told you that you can use your phone to edit, I should come and buy you a new phone. So just like, I don't know, was it Steven that said he went to a movie set and they were shooting with iPhone 14 or so? No, so if I go to a movie set and they are shooting with iPhone, obviously I can edit iPhone rushes with my phone. You get? So love it. You say yes, 100. You are just saying yes and 100, yes and 100. You've not said anything. Don't think we will not delete you. Is this the same? Is this our love it? Is this the same love it? Okay, Dami, I hope I was able to answer your question. Love it. I have a movie I want to shoot, oh, and I want you to star in. Okay, I think I've told you before. I want you to be the lead character. Love it, Jindu. I have some people in mind that will play the lead character. Django. Where is Django? Django is not here. Please write down his name. We'll delete him. Lover just came here to drop comment and ran away. We know all these tactics. All of you, we will remove you people and put people that are interested. Okay, any question, any question? Ineka, you want to ask a question? That's true. Ineka asked me a question the other day. Yeah, da, 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 da. Please, I need a dance instructor. If anybody knows anybody that can teach me how to dance. Ask your questions. We have 9 minutes more. Yeah, please, oh, you guys, after now, please, you still have to come back and comment. Oh, just comment and like because of the YouTube algorithm, please, so that YouTube will recommend the videos. Then also, instead of having this 3 times a week, I want to be doing it just twice a week. Then we'll drop the third one will be recorded videos. So YouTube, I check the chart and it shows that I have to be doing videos every day, and I mean I don't have that kind of time. But you know, I can upload pre-recorded videos, but I cannot be going live every day. Oh yeah, oh, ask your questions. Oh, Moscow, Yemi Moscow, where are you? Moscow is chatting on WhatsApp. I don't know how that is helping this channel. Please, oh, I need a dance instructor. If you know anybody that knows how to dance, that will teach me. And I'll not bill me too much. Any question, any question, any question. Please, oh, if you know you've not introduced yourself, that's you not say hi, it's Dami, hi, it's Steven, hi, it's Lovett. If you know you've not introduced yourself, do that, oh, so that we are taking down the names of these people, so that we don't go and mistakenly remove you from the group. Oh. No question. Yes, okay, someone DM a question to me some days back. So I'm just going to read it out. No questions. I'm looking through the questions as some people sent to my DM, so maybe I'll just answer that one and close. So by the way, you guys remember that we are starting another training at Dokpemo very soon. But this is going to be a specialized training class. It's not going to be like the last one where everybody is doing everything. Now it's going to be specialized. So if you know anybody, you can spread the word. And this time, if you are doing cinematography, you have your class. And the only thing you guys will be doing there is cinematography. However, at the early stages, they will teach you everything. There's a saying that some people are just editors who can cut and join excellently. They are editors who are storytellers. What is the difference between both? Okay, so cut and join is just a basic form of editing. Now, by cut and join, it means that they take out all the mistakes, they just anywhere belle face. Or don't let me use anywhere belle, because for me now, I have guys that do my cut and join for me. When they do the cut and join, then I now come and do the rest. So most times, I think it is fair to say that the people they call cut and join editors are people that cannot do all these effects, After Effects, all those stuff. Those are the people that are always referred to as cut and join editors. Because editing naturally is cut and join. However, when it starts to get to VFX, like car accident, bomb blast, village people disappearing, all those things, that's when you see the VFX editor, you see the cut and join editor, you see the VFX editor. However, all these things is just levels of experience. So if you start editing today and you choke yourself up with jobs, there's a 99% chance that you will remain for a cut and join editor for a very long time. However, if you give yourself some breathing space to learn more, you won't be a cut and join editor. You even be, if you are in the last class, you know that I always say something about being a part of the story. There is no way somebody wants me to edit now. I'm your editor. When you people were shooting, you didn't tell me anything. I didn't know anything about it. When they were writing the script, I didn't know anything about it. You just bring the rushes to come and give me. It's one of the two. It's either I give you cut and join, or I reject the job. The only reason I'll even accept the job in the first place is if I'm very, very broke and I need that money urgently. But if I'm balling at the moment, I will most likely reject the job. So, cut and join. Then how you can aim to be the letter is just to keep developing yourself and make sure you are present when they are shooting. So if I'm present when they are shooting, based on experience, if you shoot an accident scene in a certain way and you give me the rushes and it did not work and I'm not able to do a good job, next time I'm on another set when they are shooting an accident scene, I'll be able to tell that there's something wrong with this shot. It did not click. Michael, I hope I've been able to answer your question. So storyteller. Just you just need to be a part of the, you know, most editors are often treated like outsiders. Like when you are done with everything, that's when you now start looking for an editor. That is the worst way to find an editor. You need to carry your editor along. Remember, I always tell you guys something: write what you can shoot, shoot what you can edit, edit what people can watch. So if you guys, when you are shooting, I was not there, I'm your editor, I wasn't carried along, you guys went shot, then you now brought the film to me. Except if it's somebody that understands the way I work, or if it's somebody that we've worked together before, yes, I can take that risk. But most times what you are going to be getting is cut and join. Because time has gone, I wanted to share an experience, or let me just try and share it. There was a job I edited. The guy was supposed to, this was like a while ago, like 10 years ago. The guy was supposed to bend down, and when he touches the floor, he turns into a lion. And now I wasn't there, so the director now said, okay, so on action, you go down, then when you go down, you change into a lion. So basic editing now says that because we know we are going to put a lion there, we need to make that frame empty, so that if we are going to create a lion, if we are going to download a lion, we are bringing the lion to that spot, that empty frame. So the moment the guy went down, everybody was supposed to freeze and reset. The guy will live there. Then the actor is now acting with the empty space, because we are going to put the lion in the empty space. Now, the director was now telling him behind the background, roar like a lion. This thing was very funny. Roar like a lion. The guy too was not doing like it. So when they finished, they brought the job. I watched it and I'm like, so where am I going to put the lion now? The guy answered, is there nothing you can do about it? No, no, I'm not. This is not an editor's job. This is a job for a magician. So you need to be a part of the story. You need to be a part of the process to be a good editor. You know, there are times that they can even shoot just a little clip. You go and try it on your system. Oh, it worked, it didn't work. Let's try it this way. That's if there's time and if there's a budget. So guys, we've come to the end of today's class, and please, when my short film is coming up, we are supposed to shoot this month, but due to the current situation of the country, the pandemic going on in town, we can't shoot my short film again. Well, I know we might still shoot this month or at most next month. So guys, I'll reach out to you guys privately. And for members of the Avengers, please, we have disbanded the Avengers. The Avengers have been disbanded, and we need a new. I'm going to. I mean, there's going to be a new set of Avengers. Do you have to be good at sound scoring as an editor? You have to be not. You have to be decent, Michael. Not professional, not over, not like you don't have to be as good as them, Don Jazzy and all those music producers. But you need to have an idea. Now there are some people that do music scoring. That's their work. But remember that the industry we are. We don't have that budget to, you hire a music sound scorer, you hire everybody. The industry we are, this YouTube industry, in most cases, you have one person wearing many hats. Like, you are the editor, you are the one that will subtitle, so those things happen. This is on Netflix that you have some different set of people doing the sound, some different set of people doing the subtitles. But in this our industry, expect that you do a lot of stuff. So yes, you need to be a decent sound scorer, not music producer level, but you should be able to know good sound from bad sound. So that's the last question I'm taking. Thank you guys, and we'll chat in the WhatsApp group. Good night. Thank you for your time, and I hope I was able to. Please, you guys will have to come back and comment and like because of the YouTube algorithm. All right. Good night.